took me a bit there. But okay, I'm back now. Welcome to the next episode of Making Video Games. I'm your host, Video Games. And today, I think we'll be doing more quest stuff for Kitty Found a Camera. So yeah, last time there was all sorts of things with bears and other characters doing things. Hang on, let's move my mic a little bit closer. Okay, yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so one of the things that we did was we have this new thing where I can take a photo with 5 people. I think one thing that I'd want, I need these windows to be a smidge taller, because otherwise it's kind of annoying to not be able to, for example, look there. But okay. Should I do that now or later? I think what I could do, actually, is I could just move Mrs. Weston a bit closer to this window, because it's kind of annoying. So what I'll do is basically have, like, a desk here, and then she's sitting here at this window, conveniently for the player. Because basically, you have to take a photo with 5 people in it, and this is meant to be, like, the shot where the player will get that. It's like the culmination of various quests. And then there should be that biker coming by. Did I get it? I guess that counts. Probably not what that cube was expecting, but that then lets us get the coveted orb mode. Everybody loves orb mode. But okay, other things I should do today. I should probably, though it pains me to do so, I should probably make the night brighter. Because, like, especially when I'm walking, especially when it's bright outside in the real world, it's very hard to see when at the darkest of dark. I don't care about that. Wait a second. Wait, what the hell is this? Whose animation is... Wait. No, okay, so that... Which animation is this? Hang on. I think I must have animations in Blender. And if that's the case, I did it completely on accident. But okay, I suppose this won't be too important, but like, okay, I think I see what's happening here, but I'm gonna do... Okay. So somehow my windows have frames and stuff. So let's close that out. I don't think I can actually, like, see which node is using a thing. Unless I did data? No, I think I should do asset. No. Oh, but this is where the asset browser is. Okay. So in the future, I should learn how to actually use this thing. But okay, I think outliner, data, actions. Hang on. Can I delete this? Type action session blah. ID root type object. And yet I can't figure out who's using that. Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't actually matter. Except that it's mildly annoying that there's some sort of animation that will now be throwing up a bunch of warnings. So hopefully what I can do is just delete the animation. Can I go to here, for example? So it's all of these walls. I don't get it. I'll put it in the bugs. Yeah, we should be doing more important things today. Okay, bugs. Blender, import. Animations with invalid paths. Or let's say, where is this animation coming from? Because it seems to be potentially the windows themselves, since it's called frame action. And I think that must be I accidentally animated the frame on one of the windows and then copied it a bunch. But okay, I don't particularly care. Let's go to characters. Also, there's like leaf blowers outside. No fresh morning air for me. Okay, so I want to do... I think for the manager, I can for now just make it so that, well... I was about to say I could just make it so that taking the photo of his place is good enough. Basically, you have to take a before and after of his gas station by getting up to this point. And then I could mark that as like the end of his quest, but I think what I'll do instead is not do that. But we will need a treehouse here, because that was a good suggestion from a viewer. And I'll show you my forbidden technique for making completely adequate trees. Generate skin. Oh yeah, I forgot. The way that this works, I'm gonna set this as the root. So that way, when we extrude this, it does not... Because basically, for some reason, when you extrude the root, the node that you extrude to is set as the root, which I guess makes sense if we're going down like this, but I'm not usually. Also, they should just use electric leaf blowers. Leaf blowers are so loud. It's like a chainsaw running at full blast, and especially out here, there's like an army of the guys that are like taking care of the yard. I should mention I live in an apartment complex. I'm not hiring my own like elite task force of landscapers for my you know, massive foyer. Actually, foyer is like a porch, isn't it? Well, I'm not using them. See, this looks like a tree that would be terrible for tree houses. But it'd be awesome for tree houses at the same time. Where would you put a tree house? Like in real life. I should look up tree houses. Okay, this makes sense. Having several branches go through. Very fancy treehouse. Ooh, I like the shape of the wall here. Hang on. View this file. Yeah, I like how it's all crooked. Though admittedly, I think I'd prefer more of like an actual, like, a more realistic treehouse, where it's just tiny and bad. But okay, so I think we need some branches coming up like this, then. Whose treehouse would this be, even? Like, who owns this tree? Let's put in our cube now. Okay, this makes sense as like a little place for the treehouse to be. Wait, no. And hopefully we're in the right collection. Okay, we are. And this should be a child of this, and this will be big tree collision. Thickness 0.2. Okay. See, I liked that sort of crooked design. Let's have it be like this, maybe. You know what? Give this the same treatment. Delete that. Add a modifier. There we go. Hang on. Complex. Oh, I see. I didn't realize there was a floor here. Okay, that fixes that. Because, yeah, I want this floor to stick out. Alright, so what is the... I know. Center... no. Origin to cursor. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try turning the gain up on the microphone instead of having it like inches away from my mouth. Okay, that seems a little too much. Okay, let's see. How does that look? That feels about right. Good enough. Man, I'm gonna have to turn off my heater. I'm dying in here, but I don't want the noise of an army of leaf blowers. But okay, so this is our beautiful abode. Precariously balanced. Let's have a little branch coming out here, then, perhaps. So that way we can have, like, a fighting chance of, there we go. Look at that. Now it makes complete sense. You know, something like this down here? No. Oh yeah, and the reason that I had this here is so that way I can see the height of this. So this should be like 1.5 meters. There we go. Okay. Okay, so where's our little window? Let's put it like here. Hang on. Okay, will this rotate? There we go. Now I can rotate this. Yeah, that seems about right. And let's actually move this branch here. Take your time, Godot. Let's move it to be this corner perfectly, so that way it's like, ah, I see. It was designed around the tree, not the other way around. Now the question is, how do we make it all work? Okay. Also, hang on, I'm gonna skip the lyrics. Well... I don't know. Too much words for me. Okay, there we go. So now the question is, how do we get this working? So this is going to be tree house floor, tree house walls, and then we should also have a roof here. Let's do -35. And also, let's make these a little bit asymmetrical. Okay. Solidify. Oh yeah, also my latest video is out now. It's about AI. Did I mention that already? I feel like I did. But basically, because a lot of, I think, developers are now getting asked about using AI, I don't use AI, and I wanted to explain why. But that's not my key priority right now. My key priority is getting this. And I decided to try a new thing where I release the video in the morning before the stream, rather than in the afternoon after it. But I decided that this morning, rather than doing it earlier, because I just saw that the not zero punctuation. Now it's called extra ramblematic. Is it? No, fully ramblematic. Okay, so I think I should bring this into Godot. See how to actually make it work. Okay, I'm also going to do, while we're here, so it feels like every single window has an action. Okay. Open. So let's just go through, first of all, the cone. Do we have an action here? What am I looking at here? Because there's no action here. View. Hang on. Let's go to data. No, Blender file. Actions. Delete that. Okay, that's how you delete an action. I'm glad that they added that feature, because for a while you couldn't actually add actions. But okay, I think decor generic. Oh, because I put it in here. Okay, actions. Delete that. It's going to be fun to go through every single window and see where this file is. Yeah, I have no idea why that's in every single one of these. I've made a horrible mistake somewhere. Because basically all of these started from like one template file. And I somehow fucked up that one template file so that I had, and I just accidentally had a keyframe. Okay, so we're on wide one, so we go to tall one, which I already fixed. Small 3 square. Wait, file. Okay. Maybe someday I'll review the footage and figure out when on earth I did this. But I mean, I suppose it's a pretty specific time. So it wouldn't be that hard to figure it out, because it was presumably when I created the very first window. Okay, which one are we at? Small one? Well, at least it didn't take very long. Though I'm pretty sure this means that also the specialized windows will have actions. Oh, I see. The brushes are like things there, and then collections and all that stuff. Okay. Window large. Okay. Now let's go back to the world. Okay, so now there's no actions except for this one, which is awesome. I love that that was created mysteriously and for no reason. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, okay. Actions. Delete that action. We don't need... How did I even make an animation? Do I accidentally have, like, auto-record on? No, I don't see it anywhere. Because it should be, like, here, auto key. Yeah, so I don't have auto key on, so I have no idea why that's happening. But hopefully now, after it takes, 25 minutes to load all that stuff up. But okay, once we do that, I think I should have someone or something in the treehouse. Because what I believe would happen is the manager wants a family photo with his son in front of the sign. Ooh, I should make the sign today. That'd be fun. I'll get that up. Because you'll finally be able to see the, like, 3 separate jokes that I have going on. Hang on, I need the important thing. There's 3 crucial references. Okay, bring this in. Oh yeah, the thumbnail for my latest video. At one point I was doing an exercise where I tried to see how close I could get to Jackie's design from AI. So I have like 60 of just 60 iterations of her. I got a little carried away. But okay, that's neither here nor there. Because we got our 3 crucial references. So, in Nebraska, there is a regional chain of convenience stores called Pump and Pantry. And I love their mascot. Because their mascot looks like a Wolf OC drawn by like a 17-year-old. But it's like they got statues of the guy. I love him. He's awesome. So yeah, I love that. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if, like, it actually was like, the CEO is like, oh, my son, he draws. He draws these wolf guys. We could use a wolf guy. And then the first joke that I had for this game was, I need a convenience store. Let's just call it 11-7 instead of 7-Eleven. And then I thought, well, 11-7 typed out is 117. Master Chief Halo. So I want all three of these to combine together into, like, I don't know, Convenience 117 or something. So it's gonna be a Master Chief Wolf OC. And without the context of the joke there, it's gonna be completely incomprehensible, which is awesome. I love those types of jokes. But yeah, so now we need a wolf guy. So basically, I'm thinking, like, we have a wolf here. It's gonna be all cool. He's gonna have, like, stuff here, and he's gonna have... Oh, actually, hang on. Is there, like, a famous pose of Master Chief with a handgun? Oh, shit. Replace this with a gas pump. We got a logo. We got a sign. We got everything that we need. Hang on. Copy this image. Paste it directly into my brain. And I will respect the manager's son, Amir. He would never trace, so I will not trace either. He is using this as reference. Yeah, so we got this. We got our wolf head going this way. He would also probably need to slightly adjust the pose. Oh, this is gonna be fucking awesome. So we need his arm coming down this way. Then I'll need... Let's get a gas pump handle shooter. What is the end of a gas pump called? Ah, well. So it's going kind of like this. So I think we'd have like that, and then we'd have a cool hand here. And then, how do gas pumps? It'll take a bit for me to figure that out, but that's the general gist of that. And then we should have his other arm coming down like this. Hang on, we're gonna need more space here. Boom, perfect. This is gonna, like, overwhelm the player. This would, like, kill the player when they see this. They're gonna die. They're not gonna understand what's happening. They'll be so scared. I just realized I also have Apollo playing an Xbox. Like, it's not like a pretend Xbox. It's just an actual Xbox. So this is a very Xbox-coded game. It'll be a shock that it's not on the Xbox. I wonder if I'll have to switch... Oh, that'd be funny if consoles are like, no. Like, if the game goes to console and they're like, no, you can't have, whatever. You can't have Xbox on the Nintendo Switch, so I have to switch it. Stay tuned for that. Though admittedly, that is getting a little ahead of myself. So I think he needs to be down lower. Oh, I didn't realize. Poor Master Chief. Split apart. I painted directly on my reference layer. Now well. So we need handsome buff wolf. He will be buffer than Master Chief. And then we should have like the things here. And then what is going to be the size of our sign? Because we can't have, you know, a 1920 by 5000 texture. Now, let's do blue here. So let's just sketch in some panels, some like armor plating here, because the Spartans do have pretty distinctive armor. Because they have the little thing right here on the knuckle. And then a little bit on the inside of the bicep. We got some vents. We need, I think, some Mark IV armor. Actually, I just realized Mark V is the Halo, like, Combat Evolved armor. Mark IV is Halo Wars. Okay, yeah. Mark V is normal Halo man. Mark VI is Halo 2 man. Mark IV, prequel, Halo Wars. Yeah, see, that's Halo man. That's my John Halo. Admittedly, that leads to kind of an awkward thing here, where it's going to look slightly like a diaper. Which maybe I shouldn't do. Yeah, I won't do that part there, but I will do a more, like, ribcage-esque thing rather than military jacket thing. So it's going to be sort of a hybrid. He's taking creative liberties with the armor here. See, so now I guess I'll just approximate the shape here. This is going to take a while to draw, but I think it'll probably be worth it in the end. So abdominals, we don't have anything there because, you know, we need flexibility. Let's look up, what else should I look up? I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll have, like, hip things. Flexible bit. Hi, welcome back. I'm making the greatest gas station sign the world has ever seen. This is going to be the greatest gas station mascot. Yeah. And I figured it'd be interesting to... because I was divided on whether or not I should release the video before or after the stream. Yeah, so basically... the story behind this this gas station mascot. There's 3 core references. There's the Wolf Guy from Pumpin' Pantry, which is a regional gas station near me. Well, near where I grew up. And then Master Chief, because we have a 7-Eleven. The parody of 7-Eleven is obviously 11-7. 11-7 is Master Chief, 117. Wolf Guy. So we have Wolfman Master Chief. For a cool gas station. And that is what they've chosen as their brand. And also I should say this is drawn canonically by the manager's son. And he's kind of embarrassed by it now. But the manager is very proud. Yep. So he has like furry Halo OC. How do we get a armor plating here? I think it would be... we'd probably have a segment somewhere in the middle of the thigh, so that way the muscles can expand. Probably like a good deal of flexibility in the inner thigh, because obviously you need that to walk around. Then yeah, a bit of a larger piece like here. And he will obviously be holding a gas pump. And probably we should have like a bandolier of like snacks and things. Oh, that's gonna be funny. This is gonna be so good. This will be my magnum opus. This will also take like 16 hours to draw with all of this armor. I guess if I just don't do a very good job, we can assume like, well, you know, he was a young artist at the time. He couldn't have been younger than or older than like 13, because I think he's like 14 or 15 in the game. Let's have that there. So now, the ultimate question, how do we make a gas pump? I think I'll have to change the angle of this such that, you know, it's easier to see where the gas pump is. So we'd have like his finger come down like here. Wait, do I have... Oh, I thought this was a Halo soundtrack that just came up. No, it's just a synth pad. But okay, so yeah, I still don't know what the little gas pump handle is. Oh, I guess it's just called the handle. There we go, okay. So if I were a gas pump, how would I be oriented? In this situation, it'd be closer to this. Okay. And that means we have... Let's come out like this. A little cuboid shape here. And then this like that. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Did it... Do I keep... What am I doing? Wait, hang on. I'm doing this, so it should expand to the left, or to the right. Yeah, so it should expand to the right. I'm smoking crack. What is going on? Okay, I'll just move the whole image to the side then. If Godot, or Blender, whatever this application that I'm using isn't going to cooperate with me. Then we should also have the gas pump handle like this. Boom, he is ready to get his gas and get his snacks at Convenience 117. Beautiful. And then we should have like the little knuckle plates here. Oh, man. It's beautiful. I think he'll be very stern. Yeah. No teeth. He's just a stern man. And of course, I will not look at any reference of a wolf. I don't need to see it. I know what a wolf is in my heart. And then I think for the actual sign, we'll have a very even line width, so that it looks like a proper, like, graphical thing that was, like, made into a vector or something. And that way it'll also gracefully resize. Beautiful. And also, I like this crease here. He's world weary. He's lived a hard life. I need to figure out how to properly get the gas pump, because that's bent too much. The perspective of this gas pump will be the hardest part. And then we have this. Like that. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, so that means that we don't need this. Actually, I should get the rest of this in here. Because now I'm going to basically just hide this red layer, since I accidentally put Mr. Chief himself on there as well. Oh. Oh, I see. Accidentally drew the gas can on there. Okay, well, that's not too bad. There we go. Okay. So now I need to figure out what the rest of the sign is going to be before I really do the rest of this. Oh, wait, hang on. Where does a hand come from, and where does it go? Good enough. Oh, wait, also. Bicep, too small. We can't have two small biceps. I should also figure out things like clearly this is something like this. Get this here like that. Um... Hmm. That's okay. This leg armor, though. We need some we need some new plates. Some, like, complications to the form here. Make it look a bit cooler, make it armor him a bit better, probably. Maybe, like, right here, for example. We just have, like, a full, solid plate. There we go, that's a bit better. And then here, maybe, like, another plate. Looking a little better. Let's see. Okay, this seems good. Now what we'll have much more consistent lines. Actually, we'll even do, let's have this here as that. Then here we'll do probably about this thickness, like that. Okay, so this is sketch 2 lines. And we'll have thicker lines with this shape here. Yeah, the real mystery will be if this actually looks good once it's done. Or if it fits the bill at the very least. Because it should be like, it should look like, oh, this was somebody's drawing that was like turned into vector art for a mascot. And we'll have only like 2 different styles of, or like 2 different sizes of line. Anything I want to change about this armor before I really try to commit to it? It looks good enough. Any flaws in it, I can just chalk up to being Amir's flaws. That's the kid's name. to keep this shape consistent, so it was like this. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I'm on sketch 2. Okay, hang on. Did I do that here? I did. Oh. Well, what I can do. That's the advantage of not being on, or using these pixelated lines. Boom, and then there's a subtle little thing like this. So yeah, we're gonna be here a while. I guess I'll share some thoughts on that video I made. I'm quite happy with how quickly it turned out, because I've been making those daily videos, like scripting them, editing them in one day. And I think that's definitely like my most ambitious video to date, because it's the longest video, and it's also has like the most editing in it, because I switch between different games and stuff like that. And it used to be that it would take like multiple hours to edit like 1 minute of footage, and now I think it's like probably an hour for a couple minutes of footage. Because admittedly, part of the point of those weekly ones is that they have less editing, but it still can be quite a lot. Let's have this like this and his handsome wolf neck. Admittedly, his head is a bit too directly above his neck. You know, it should be a bit more forward, I think. But I've already committed to it. That's a flaw that Amir can point out. Because I also want him to... I don't want it to ever be explicitly confirmed that he's the one who drew the sign. But I want it to be incredibly obvious. Like where he's like... That sign is so cringe. The head of the wolf should have been further forward because the neck... It doesn't connect to the neck right, or something like that. Where it's like, okay, buddy, so... That's what you were thinking? About something that someone else drew? Sure. Then again, his dad would obviously tell you. Except for the fact that his son really doesn't want him to tell you. I think he might do the classic, like, oh, I'd tell you who made it, but my son wouldn't like that. Let's do like that. Boom. How does this look? Yeah, it's coming along. Here I want a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, well, this seems like it's going to take less time than the stained glass, which is a relief. Though this was definitely going to be another one of those, like, significant bits of art. Okay, what else can I say? Oh yeah, my Halloween video. I mentioned last week that I thought I might just not be scared of videos anymore or horror games anymore, but then I played Amnesia and I gave up at in 35 minutes before anything even happened. I was like, I don't want to play this. It's too scary. So I think maybe it's that modern indie horror games are less interested in making the player afraid and more just bad vibes. Yeah, it was like I spent the first 35 minutes of Amnesia being like, man, I really don't want to be here. And then I realized, wait, I don't have to be here. I can just quit the game. Easy. Maybe that's why horror games have, well, indie horror games sort of have relaxed on it. I haven't played the new Resident Evils, for example. So I need to figure out where is... That can be the handle. I'll say right here is where the handle of this is. Like that. Boom. Tangent line. Right through the middle there. Yeah, it's funny, because I'm fascinated by horror games, but I actually hate being scared. So I have to figure out... I think the crux of the video now is going to be, how to design horror in a game. Or how to make the player afraid in a horror game. Because I think now that I've played a few horror games that haven't scared me, that provides a useful contrast for me to think about, okay, what is this doing that doesn't make me afraid? I played Dead Letter Department, and that's a quite good horror game. It's also just not scary. And I think it's because you're at a desk, and it's clear that I'm not being expected to react to something frightening. It's more like I'm doing my data entry job, and scary things are happening around me. This is looking good. Very professional. I could make gas station logos for a living, I think. As long as they're Wolf OCs. Yeah, because in Amnesia, it's oh Christ, I gotta do something now. I know when the scary thing pops out, I'm gonna have to hide in this closet. And it's not like some horror games where there's a very convenient mechanic for it. It's it's a purely physics-based thing where you have to grab the handle and pull the door in, and you could probably leave it cracked open. So it's man, that's scary. I don't want to fumble my keys like an actual horror movie protagonist and get killed by the monster. See, so this was part of the tube that was coming out, but I think that would cause too much confusion, so instead I'll ignore that, and then we'll have that come down. Let's have this... This will also kind of imply the oblique muscles. Let's have it come down like this. Boom. See, I think the crux of horror in games is basically the player has to be put into a stressful situation of they're being expected to react to something and they don't feel entirely capable of reacting, either because they move slowly or they have to do something that's rather complicated. And then other things are a moment that I really hate in a lot of horror games, in a good way, because it's scary, is you have to make a bad decision. You have to be okay, I hear screaming from this dark, spooky door. And in a horror movie, you would make fun of the characters for walking into the dark, spooky door. But in a horror game, you know the game isn't gonna let you, like, not go in. It's just not gonna continue until you do that. And that provides, like, an enormous amount of dread. But okay, I think that's turning out. So we need now, I think, this. So this is kind of like a cod piece. But it's actually for Halo, not Call of Duty. So I guess the Halo piece here. And then this piece. What is this piece? I guess this is actually part of the armor here. That comes up like that. Boom. And I'll have this piece like that, maybe? Yeah, video games kind of just have to, or horror games can kind of just overwhelm and, overwhelm the player in ways that other horror media can't, simply by virtue of being interactive. And I think that adds a lot to the fear factor. And that also explains why a lot of the games I've been playing haven't been very scary, because they're sort of like consciously like avoiding those mechanics in order to like be more vibes based, be more like thematically horrific. Let's have this come in like kind of an octagonal shape like that. Then we'll have another one of these little vent things that I designed for the shoulders. Like that. Boom. See, this guy. There we go. Boom. Boom. I should be drawing a bit more with my arm. But it's hard with a tablet because I'm drawing over such a small area. Maybe I just need a bigger tablet. With a digitizer. Or, what is it called? I guess that's right. A screen with a digitizer. Let's have this come down a bit. Well, no, the inner thigh is higher than the outer thigh, right? Or am I... No, okay. The inner thigh is lower than the outer thigh muscle. So this does make sense here. Like that. Boom. And then we'd have, like, this... this, that. Okay. Yes. And then this will be our, like, lighter interior lines. Actually, I'm not going to need very many of those well, I could do, like, I could add, like, edges and interior bevels to all of these things. Yeah, this will be pretty good. Oh, also. Oh, wait, no. I'll put that... Let's put that in the sketch. So it'll line up with this one here. Actually, this needs... Oh, wait, no. This is the forearm. The bicep is here. Right. So I can just go up like this. I think this forearm's a bit too long. He can mention that as well. Hmm. Let's have this go there. That should probably be fine. Yeah, that seems about right. Maybe we'll also have it come like this way. Boom. Okay. How do we do these? I guess I'll just do not too crazy, just shapes, just lumps. How's this looking? Good. Let's have this here as well. How does this armor look? I guess these two plates are so different that this will be fine to just kind of like do whatever I want here. Do whatever makes sense for this angle of the leg. I should probably use interior bevels or something like that for this. There we go. I'm learning. I'm learning how to draw smoother lines a little bit. I just realized I can lower the opacity of this so I can actually see what I'm doing. I've been barely able to see when the lines overlap. But okay. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's good enough. Here we got boom, boom. And thankfully the colors will be very simple because it's just a sign. Then we have our massive things here, and this should come up to about here. Yeah, this feels about right for this knee pad. Boom. Wait, hang on. Even thicker calf. There we go. Okay. Because admittedly here, I'm not quite sure what the geometry is of this foot. But I think if I just fake it, I can make it. Nah, there we go. Good enough. Okay, so that should be all the lines. Okay, so that's all of the larger lines. Let's do now a half-width line like this. In fact, we could even do like a few like lines like perfectly in here, for example. Do I want things like that? Does that feel right? I guess it feels okay. Just in a handful of places, I'll do that. Oh yeah, and I needed this here. This is going to be good. Do I want... I guess I'll put some more, like, here. Let's do something like this. Alrighty. You know, it's fun finally being able to use this joke, because I've been thinking about the pump and pantry for like multiple years at this point. So it's nice to finally be able to like make a reference to it somehow. Okay, let's also have like a boom, boom. Maybe like how should I do this here? Maybe like this. And then we have a guy here. No. I think that works. Okay. I think that's good. Now the last thing is the face. I want his nose to be cool. Oh yeah, I was just drawing a face for the guy. But that would be funny. Probably too far, though. I think I want a smooth curve there, and then... see how this feels. He's beautiful. Okay, and then we have these interior lines. And then I should. There we are. And then I think last but not least we'll have something like that. Does that seem right? Seems right enough. Okay. So I'm thinking now... oh, I never even saved this. That would have been awkward if this crashed. That would have been so tragic. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Project. Environment. Gas. Sign. Okay, so I think placeholders. Green, obviously. Though I think we may change the color here based on what I want for the gas station itself. See, probably... I'll put this as green as well. And this... oh wait, no, that's empty space. Here, yeah, that's green. There and there. And this handle, also green. Oh, and then we do green here. And then I'm thinking a blue-gray. Or maybe just this part. A lighter gray for this part. Let's do that. And then I think, just to maintain consistency in the palette. Actually, I kinda like that. What if he just has, like, an inexplicable detail of, like, tiger stripes? Like red tiger stripes. So I have like dark red here. That... I think that does add a lot to this look. Let's make these a bit more even. Now it's like, it's changed from like, this is a wolf mascot to this is someone's wolf OC. That... that just so happens to be advertising this gas station. That's amazing. He needs also a little bit on his ears, I think. Oh wait, hang on. What's that? There we go. Then... this dude is amazing. Okay, now I need to figure out what the actual rest of the sign is going to be. So we're going to do, I'd say 1024 by 2048. Really big texture here. Actually, let's do 512 by 1024. Let's not go, you know. I'm not made of pixels here. I need to see what an actual gas station sign looks like. Okay, I see. We would need the mascot. Hang on. Delete you. I think maybe... delete this. Okay. Hey, no, I wanna... So we don't really have the space for a sign here, but I would love a sign right like here. But I want it to be somewhere where it's unlikely the player's going to actually see it fully until they get to like here. Okay, let's swap this around. Hide the background. We'll use this in 2 different places. Or at least 2 different places. Where is this centered? Is this the center of the thing? I guess so. Oh yeah, we didn't actually get the... Actually, I think it would be better if this pump here were like orange. So that way it stands out and is like, oh, He has a gas pump with him. Actually, probably like red. Okay. Is there like no way to center this properly? I was hoping there was a way to like align it. Oh, thank you, Krita, for not even centering that. Hang on, can I like oh, I can just do that. Move to canvas center X. Okay, good. So I'm gonna put this right here. Let's put a center of mass over the center. And that should feel right. Does this do like a sharpen? Huh. Okay. We need now... some sort of knockoff Halo font would be awesome. But for now, I will do placeholders. Gas and food. Power green. I don't know what power green means, but that does seem fun. Power green small? It's power clear. Interesting. It's ever so slightly different. Is there bold for this? Hey, there is. Nice. Okay. Let's try to make this all work out. Oh wait, hang on. I need that. There we go. And then what we can do is I need to figure out how the sign is going to look now. Oh wait, actually we also need him to be here. So let's do... hide this. Select opaque. I know what to do. Okay. Select this growth by selection again, but this time I'm going to do 3. There we go. And then I can select this whole thing. Grow this selection again by 4. There we go. So that's at least the start of a gas station. Convenience 117. Also, we should use a different green here. Because otherwise it's going to be too hard to tell. We need like a very bright green maybe. Beautiful. And then I think have a gray background here. So that way we can fill it. Oh wait, actually. Hang on. I just realized. I'm going to make this then gray for the rest of it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... so this is now going to be like sign texture. We're just going to put this on a sign. I've been doing this white outline so much now, but it just looks good. It just makes it look more professional. But okay. Mesh. Plane. No. Cube. What's the rotation on this? 146. So I'm thinking... Oh, hang on. My computer. There we go. Wrong button there. Let's do... I'm thinking something like this. And then we should have 3 separate materials. Took it a bit. Hang on. Okay. So this is going to be matte sign 117. Also going to tune this down a smidge. Wait, I have tea. It's cold. My life is ruined. Okay. Get image texture. Yeah, we'll need to improve this a bit. Actually, what I should do here is... Let's have this actually... Can I move this to be, like, centered exactly? That seems good. Wait, actually, I can have these come down. Oh wait, no, that's not quite what I want, because I wanted a bit of a margin here. Okay, so this will also be on this material. Good. Should I have... I think I should have a margin around the whole thing as well. Like that. There we go. And then that'll also be in this material. Boom. Okay, so this is now sign 117 S body. Hopefully it's hard to see from here. Okay, so it's likely the player won't notice it until they get up to here, and then there's this gigantic sign. Oh wait, hang on. There we go. So I think I may actually want this to be here. Oh yeah, behind the tree. So that way, hang on. I need this out of the way so I can actually see. Yes, yes, this is exactly where I'd want it to be. So that way, it's very unlikely the player will notice it until they get around the corner and they're like, what is that? Okay. And then we'd have like and a lot of the time these just have like one gigantic thing. This sign is so overkill for this neighborhood. Well, I guess gas stations always have big signs. The graphic design here leaves something to be desired, but, you know, I can't be bothered. Because we could do something like, have like a green here that goes like, oh wait, not like that, like this. Oh, there's a gray. Oh wait, no. That's because we had that. Like that. And then you bring this in. You can see the vision. Let's see how that looks. Once this... Oh wait, no. I forgot. You have to reopen the file. That seems closer to like a proper sign. Yeah, now we'll have this bright green as our like main thing. Okay, and then we need like gas and diesel. So I need to double check how those gas like price signs look. Yeah, something like this. So I'll just do unleaded and diesel. Maybe unleaded premium and diesel. Okay. And that'll be 512 by 512. What do I want here? I'll do... Oh, wait. Let's have this be a darker shade of this same green. But first, I should use the bathroom. I will be back in a second. And I'm back. Okay, so we need to make a, I'd guess, a white background. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Okay. I'm just gonna do a similar thing, gasoline, self, serve. Probably can't do that. Let's do it this way. Oh, thank you, Krita, for not actually respecting tabs. Okay, I'll just make it two separate things then. Fuck you, Krita. Okay, so this should be bold, probably. Okay, that seems about right. Oh, and it doesn't even copy and paste on the same line, of course. Oh, well. Let's actually move these a little bit closer together, because basically I'm going to use the sides of this probably for other things. I don't want that on the vector layer, I want it here. That. So let's say regular, unleaded, or let's say like unleaded. Say like 6. Premium, unleaded. And then lousy, unleaded. Okay. I want now, let's do true no. No, not true no. Yeah, we can just do Sugoi, or Sugoi, as it's called. I need a 9/10 symbol. I'll just do that somewhere else. Okay, so unleaded is going to be 389. Our premium unleaded is going to be 439. And our lousy unleaded is going to be 49 cents a gallon. Let's see, and I'm going to see, that's about the right size. Well, let's reduce this, increase this to 20. That's getting closer. There we are. Actually, we do need slightly more space between the letters, though. There we go. Oh, and similar thing here. Put this down to like 80%? 60%. Okay. And then I'm thinking 9, 10. Like that. Oh wait, hang on. So this layer here needs to merge. There we go. Like that. Okay, that's probably good enough. And then I'm gonna add some dark, let's do slightly darker. Okay. Basically correct. Oh, and then one last thing would be to see if I can actually get this. There we go. And actually, I just realized we don't even need this here, because it's like they're not going to change it. There we go. Okay, so this is gas. Let's say sign or gas prices. Okay. Oh. There we are. This will be gas prices. There we go. Actually, before we do too much, what's the angle on this thing? 0. Okay. What's the angle on this thing? Okay. Hmm. Actually, let's do something like there we go. Okay. I want to push this in a little bit. So that way it's not so big. There we go. Now that is a gas station to remember. Oh, and this should also be gas. Says 117. Let's say. There we go. Okay, and then this will be attached to this. Okay, and now we put it together. Okay, and hopefully the animations are no longer bugged out. It looks like they aren't. Insane that adding a material doesn't make it unique automatically. But okay, let's save this as a sign. Environment textures. Yeah, okay, because now we don't need this. We got a much better folder. Oh wait, that's decor. Beautiful. And this needs anisotropic filtering, obviously. And then let's do like a metal. Yeah, we'll just have that for the time being. And same thing here. Yeah, welcome back to the stream, by the way. Yeah, there's something spooky with them. Let's actually do, so I'm going to get the sign itself, copy this. And then here we are going to make unique, save as. Thank you. It's basically, the story behind the sign is it is the manager's son drew the wolf on the sign. And now the son is embarrassed by it because it's his wolf OC. And it was inspired by a real gas station that was regional. Let's see. Let's look it up. Pump and pantry. So yeah, there's a real gas station near me that has like a wolf guy, but he just looks, he has like big anime eyes, so I always find him funny. Oh yeah, I need to make the day-night, I need to make the night a bit brighter. I literally can't see anything. Thanks, yeah. And then there's the incomprehensible reference of, it's 7-Eleven, but 11-7, which made me think of Halo. So now it's a Halo Furry OC 7-Eleven parody. What the heck else am I gonna do? Oh yeah, day, night. I got so distracted that I forgot my whole mission, which is to make this not so, like, pitch black here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have, let's go to the world environment. I'm gonna have this be white by default. Or maybe, like, an even gray? And so that way it's just not quite so pitch black around here. Because it's still hard for me to see because of the reflection on the screen. Oh yeah. An important thing though. The sign should not be visible from the bridge here, but I do think, yes, there we go. Then you round the corner and you're like, what the fuck is that? And then we got unleaded, premium unleaded, and lousy unleaded for 49 cents a gallon. And I think the sign should be a world object. Yeah, let's do that. Include parent, update. This will be gas sign. Okay, and then we have, close other tabs here. Okay. Actually, I should also have Madame Blue's sign. But okay, now we can take a photo of the gas station sign. That's a landmark. And then Madame Blue's sign should also have that. And now I need to figure out what exactly am I going to do for this quest. Hmm. Oh, I did not realize the zombie was here. Actually, why was he here? Why did he do that? Zombie, you shouldn't do that. Hmm. Right, because I just realized the reason he does that is because it always does the latest action in the schedule. So I should probably have something like before that where it's like it just hides it. But okay, that probably good enough. Actually, I think we could reduce the resolution of that even lower. And reduce the resolution of that. Okay, so let's see. So we don't need that. And then here. And then we don't need that. Okay, so now I need a photo for the manager's son. Where basically they're just going to be standing out in front of the sign. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, now I need to move this here. So yeah, another thing to figure out will be where to put this, Oh, I just sank through it. Weird. But basically how to get into this treehouse to do a photo challenge. Yeah, tricky movement. Okay. Okay, also. How did I do that? Wait, how did I just do that? Oh well. Okay. Let's say... So if we have this, we'll have that discussed. And then, if not game get stats manager final quest, say, if you could do something else for me, I would love to get with my son. Store. If you can convince him I've asked him, but he But he doesn't really like the sign anymore. If you do, I'll give you 3 hot dogs. There we go. Okay, so main speaker set latest. I must get his son. Or I must convince his son to take a photo sign. I'll get free hot dogs. And actually, let's do like not... Well, how do I want to do this then? So if we have Apollo Gamer... You know, let's have it be... Not... Let's do our chronological thing as usual. Wait, and then we also game, add stats, manager, final, quest. My son Amir. He should be at home. Across the street. Okay. So I'm gonna do... Let's see. Hang on, we need like unique dialogue. Because right now, these two kids, they have just like conjoined dialogue, but I guess that's fine. Okay, let's do photo, gas, 17, sign. Actually, I should double check. How does the lighting feel throughout this. Because it shouldn't be too bright. Yeah, I guess that's fine. But okay, so I think now we need to get inside the house, show the photo to Amir. How are we going to do this? We can't even speak. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. Okay. That door was just open and I thought it wasn't supposed to be. But okay. So then we need to figure out... I'd say we need to find a key. Well, no. Maybe. Which room is... I guess this will be Amir's room. Okay. Okay, so I think what we'll have is, for now, what I'm going to do is, let's have this. Skip, state, no, game, get, stat, manager, final, quest. I think she's asking for a photo. Let's say you point down there. Actually, wait, hang on. I think Amir's dad should be right in front of the gas station, just standing in the middle of the street. Let's have that. Marker, 3D. This will be manager photo. Then we'll have sun photo. And the manager now needs that. Where is he? He's probably one of these guys. I'm just not seeing it. There we are. Okay, so we need manager. Final quest. Let's do exit plus. Okay. And that way, he will do this, and then we will assign him to that. Okay. And so that way, Amir will see his dad. Wait, is that my dad? No. Say main, no, let's say state game set stat. So I think these should be, yeah, it should be here. Game set stat, latest. Let's see, this punk won't come down for a group photo. There's free hot dogs on the line. Okay. Oh, wait, why couldn't I jump there? It ate my jump. That's what happens when there's no, coyote time. Wait. Hang on. Why was there no final quest? Yeah, because hang on. I swear I did that already. Hang on. Guessing you're just here to blah. Oh, maybe you can convince him. If you do, I'll give you, free hot dogs. You must get the free hot dogs. Oh, wait. So here, it's just gonna be... let's say I'll be down here. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should put that, I should still have that here. I'll be down here for the photo. Did you talk to my son? He should be at home. We rent half the duplex across the street. Okay. So your dad wants a photo with you. And in fact, we can also have a photo. Let's say photo manager, gas 117 sign, son. down there. Not taking a photo with him, if that's what you want. Actually, what if we... Let's say... Let's say you'll have to figure out... Let's say, why can't anyone understand me? Are they stupid? And then otherwise we will set set stat latest sun. Okay. Basically, now what it'll be is you have to take a photo of the manager at the sign. Okay, after 35 minutes of OBS like crapping itself, it's come back on. Okay. Absurd. Ridiculous. But okay, we should be back alive now. Yeah, basically Godot likes to like Omega crash sometimes and just take down everything with it, even like the USB devices. In fact, let's double check to make sure that my recordings didn't get corrupted. So this one, what is this one? That's 9:45. Okay, and this one is the one that I just basically like, I resumed a recording. Oh wait, no. I didn't resume a recording, I guess. Okay. Let's double check that this actually, like, recorded up to a reasonable point. And that's probably where I was. I was, like, alt-tabbed out, and then it crashed OBS and Godot. Okay. Let's try this again. That'll teach me to alt-tab at any point while Godot is doing anything. But okay. So your dad wants a photo with you in picture and a sign with dad? I think she's asking for a photo. You'll have to communicate to him some other way, perhaps using a camera. Oh wait, hang on, why is that? Oh, I see. That's funny. Let's do, Oh wait, that means that the extra points need to be... Because we can't have extra points attached to that. Let's add a marker 3D. And I'll basically just have these points attached here. E2, sign, E3. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to change this into a large or big object. Oh. And all that does for me. Is that means that now I can do that. Oh wait, I should not touch anything until it's done saving. It takes 25 minutes for it to save. But we must be patient because if I ever Alt-Tab at any point when Godot's busy, it might get mad and just crash the entire computer. Unplug my USB drives. But okay, now we can take a photo of this pretty easily. It takes multiple points to be blocked. But okay, we can have that there. And now we just show Amir this photo. Now we got new photos. Is that my dad down there? He's been asking me to take a photo with him in front of that sign ever since he got it. I'm not doing it. So I must convince the manager's son, Amir, blah, blah, blah. Where's the kid? Oh, okay. Right here. This punk won't come down for a group photo. There's free hot dogs on the line. Huh. Oh, I see. The reason this wasn't pushed upward is because there was some other thing. Okay. Let's do like now Sublime Text isn't working. Okay, cool. Close that then. Okay, so let's do otherwise not game get stat m sun sign or photo. So it's basically going to be game add stat sun photo. Otherwise son, I'm not taking that photo. Can't make me. Skip. That sign is cringy. The head isn't even properly attached to the neck. I'll make you. What should she say, actually? You grab his leg and try to drag him. He's too powerful. Okay, so I think what I want now is... What do I want? Where do I go? What do I do? Trying to figure out where exactly I want... Wait, I just realized. Orb mode has a higher jump. Easy. Okay. So I'm not taking that photo. You can't make me. So I can make you. Wait, B is orb mode? When did that happen? I mean, that's way better than having select. Let's just have that. Hang on. Input map, orb toggle. Yeah. Okay, I think I need to have some way of making it slightly tricky to get into his room. And then you take a photo of his room. I think what it should be is, you find a hairpin somewhere else. And you need the hairpin to open the door, because it's one of those locked doors, but it's like those doors that's locked with the interior thing where it's just one of those little holes that you can push like a pin through or something like that. Not a pin, a slightly larger object. Hairpin. Or even a Q-tip. Okay, let's have that. Basically here we'll have this door be locked. I guess I'll just make the children of this editable. So this will be like M sun door. What the heck is door collision? We don't even use this. Okay, and now I think I'd like an interactable here. Maybe the door itself has... Yeah, maybe this is right. Let's try this. I'm basically going to add some dialogue here of like, this door is locked. It's one of those, funny, but it's one of those fake locks. But it's one of those weird inside locks with a little hole in the doorknob. You can lock it. Something small and narrow, like a Q-tip. Okay. So that's going to be in, let's say cutscene M Sun door. We also need this to now be an interactable. And let's say if we have player has item Q tip. It can be unlocked with your Q-tip. So let's say skip door or skip save the Q-tip for something else. Destroyed if you use it here. But your ears are still dirty. Or let's say, but your ears might get dirty. Okay. Let's say you push the Q-tip. Is Q-tip a brand name? If it is, I'm pretty sure it's generic. Okay, Q-tips is a brand name. Well, let's say swab. Will surely be destroyed if you use it here, but your ears might get dirty. You should save it. See, you push the swab into the little unlocky thing. And then game add stat M sun door. And then also player erase item, Q-tip, loss. But your swab is bent. So you nobody wants a bent swab, so you destroy it immediately. Generic brand cotton swab. Let's say your store brand cotton swab. Okay. So it unlocks, but you bent your swab. Nobody wants a bent swab, so you destroy it immediately. And then we should actually do, maybe some sort of deactivator. Actually, let's just have player... No. Game get stats. Sun door. Or actually like this. The door is unlocked, but at what cost? Actually, I'm realizing that means that this should have an interactable here? No, here. Port var interactable equals false. Collision door interact equals 4. And then we'll just have like if interactable door body dot collision layer or equals collision door interact. Basically that. Wait, hang on. Does this not have the door assigned properly? It doesn't. Okay, there we are. Let's say if and door body. Also, this doesn't even have a padlock. Okay. Now what I should be able to do is once we get something that is capable of opening this door, we can open the door. Oh, I see. Hang on. This needs to be there. Because otherwise, it doesn't get... It needs to be a child of the area, not the actual door. Okie dokie, there we are. And then this door is locked. This door is locked, but it's one of those weird inside locks with a little hole in the doorknob. You could unlock this with something small and narrow like a hairpin. Oh, right. And we need a wisp. And that would be here. Right there. This is our one interactable door. Wait, does it go the other way? Take your time, Godot. Okay. So now what we can do is we can take a photo of the inside of his room. How did he lock the door from the inside? Weird. Okay. So I think with that, what I'd actually want then is... I think the Rat Man will give us something. Basically, as we do work for the big rat, we will have rewards. And that means, well, once we get to the rat, we're actually basically home free. Well, I can add some more things. Basically, we'll be inside the church. So we'll be very close to the end once we actually are able to beat that, because we need to go to the Rat Man. Wait, I just remembered. Orb mode. It's still like pitch black in here. Okay, so we need to... Have we done everything? I think... Hang on. If we go here... No, okay, we haven't done everything yet. Because, yeah, we got the girl there. I think we have... We don't even have the evil eye yet. Okay. I'm assembling an army of ghosts, and I need you to find them. Found item, evil eye. Found this in my dad's room. It lets cameras see ghosts, but it doesn't work with my phone. I need a film camera like yours. So your job is to go around taking photos of ghosts, and then come back here so I can summon them. What do I need a ghost army for, you ask? Yeah. You need to murder a teenage girl. I know how things work. So to get into there, we need to do this quest, and then to do that, we need that. So, okay. Yeah. Got that. Blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ. Okay, summoned ghost location equals g.global transform. G equals ghost, so Linda needs her ghosts. Hang on. I'm glad that this game saves so frequently, because it saves after every conversation and after every photo. But okay. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Yeah, there's a bug with the dialogue notification thing where it doesn't actually tell you which things are new properly. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna do something here. Let's go to Linda. Let's remove this. Let's kill her. You're supposed to know where she went. Okay, so that means that, what's our status now? She ran off to confront Carly with the ghost army. Where's Mom? Hang on. Wasn't there a thing here of like, we have the ghosts? Oh, she must be in here. Hang on. River attack. Okay. So now we have our ghosts. Okay. You know what they say, you can lead a horse to water, but she doesn't know how to swim. Alright. Then we can get down to here, and we can unlock this. And that means we should, yeah, we should have all that stuff. Actually, why are these not updating? Like, this should be at the top. That was literally, like, a thing that I implemented in the code. Let's just put that in bugs. Latest, so NPCs with new updates aren't at the top of the journal. But okay, what we can do now is we should probably make this more noticeable. Oh, right. I forgot. Blender. As I mentioned before, Blender, like, stopped working properly with my Boolean modifiers. But yeah, thankfully, I don't think there's going to be any major changes to the layout of the world, so we can just, oh, right. View layer, that's what I want. But okay, here. Okay. So I think what I can do... Put that like there. Okay. So that now is good enough. Yeah, I don't see any, like, extra bits. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. We have a bunch of, hang on, dialogue viewer. Print stack. Okay. Remove debug printing. And hopefully there was nothing that I was, like, not... Oh, there were some things. Ooh, I should probably have not started a merge, like, while I was doing that. Wait, let's actually just do this. Manager, final quest, push. Well, now let's do a pull. Where's the issue? Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, I see what I needed. That. Okay, and I think that is good. So leave without, yeah. And I thought it commit manager. Or let's go get merge continue. There we go. I had some extra bits of dialogue, but it wound up just being these two lines. Because the manager is a kind guy, but he's also kind of a smartass. Because we basically didn't like the hamster game that he gave us for free, so he gave us a refund. There we go. I wonder if I can make it so that getting that $0 actually does something. But okay. Welcome to the storm drain, Milk Dud. You get chased down here with a broom too? You can't call me Milk Dud, I don't like that. I'm Kitty. You're a cat? Far out. I'm a rat or some kind of possum. Do I want... I never studied biology on account of being a creature. No, I like I'm a rat or some kind of possum more. Okay, so we got... Where's Big Rat? Probably in B for big. Okay. Hey, if you can come and go, can you do something for me? I need some garbage to make a new pad. Can you find some and help me out? I'll sneak out and get it, but I can't be looking around up there, you know? Find any good garbage, Milk Dud? Alright, so basically, I'm gonna do... What do we want here? I want him to have a cool house made of garbage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look up a junkyard. And think about what I would want for a... Let's see, we got cars. Let's do junk. Just in general. Because I'm thinking an old fridge could be used as like an ottoman. I'm thinking actually, what if it was a pile of junk that was arranged like a house, but then he takes it and arranges it in a different way? Like there's a couch and a fridge and some other like junk. but then he uses the couch as like a roof, and he arranges it just completely differently. That'd be pretty good. I'm gonna have, I think it might be in the back of this, and then we might need some other place to have junk. Maybe here as well, and then there'd be like a third place, maybe in the cave. That'd be a good place for junk. You're running like a chainsaw outside now. Like not even a wind, or not even a leaf blower, just a straight up chainsaw. But okay, so I'm thinking like, have this coming up here. Then how would we do this? Maybe like this way. And we could have like one of these like this. And then I want this. You know, it'd be kind of a bad idea for, well, I'll ignore that. Basically, the water would realistically, like, overflow occasionally. But okay. Oh, wait. Speaking of overflowing. There we go. Yeah, there's like 1 inch of rock preventing this entire thing from flooding. Okay. So I think for now what I'm going to do is I'll make some placeholder stuff. So we're going to have 3 pieces of junk. Let's go to characters. The big rat. Junk 1. Junk 2. Junk 3. And then also we should have a reward. Old cotton swab. Okay, cave. Yeah, I need like a more easier to identify cave material, because it's hard to see what's inside here. But okay, for now, let's do entities. CSG box. No, world object. Test garbage. Junk. Let's just call it test junk. And what it'll be is ID junk 1. And I guess in the junkyard is the obvious place for it. Or this old car yard. Okay. So let's try this. We need, let's add a placer for a deleter. And this will be like big rat junk one. Okay. Photo. Junk one. Some good garbage. I'll grab it real quick. Plus state. Add stat. Big rat junk 1. And we can also have here state get stats. Let's have that there. Didn't I get that junk already? Exit. And also player add item Q-tip. Oh wait, this is going to be tricky because we actually need let's say held item. Okay, because the big rat item Q-tip tip a store brand cotton swab or a Q-tip, as the kids say. And then we need icon dot. Okay. Save that as items. Q-tip. Man, they're just mulching a tree out there. Hang on. Let's go to the big rat. Here's a little something for your trouble. You know, let's just do state add stat big rat junk 1. Spend it all in one place, or let's say unless you know what you're doing. Like me. Oh, okay. So now we should be able to use the Q-tip. And I think what I should do is I should have a reward for as the number of junk that you've gotten. But okay. Actually, let's go upstairs. Man, the whole apartment is rumbling ever so slightly. Well, it's only 10 more minutes of streaming anyway. Oh wait, no, I went the wrong way. I keep forgetting about orb mode, too. Hang on a sec. Hang on a tick. Where's our collision layer? Okay. Now, we're ready for all that life will bring us. Didn't I get that junk already? No, you didn't, you bastard. Not state get chat stat. Rat. What? What is the video game smoking? Hang on. Game. Oh, I see. For some reason, it's not printing my errors properly. Okay, so it'll take 15 minutes for that. Okay. That looks like some good garbage. I'll grab it real quick. Find item. Okay. That looks like some good garbage. Here's a little something for your trouble. A store brand cotton swab, or a Q-tip as the kids say. Don't stick it in your ear unless you know what you're doing like me. You know what? I think it'd be better if you're a pro. Unless you're a pro. What if you said don't stick it all in one place? Like, don't spend it all. Actually, don't we use that already? Yeah, orb mode. He says don't spend it all in one place. Hang on. Speaking of orb mode, I've wanted to correct a mistake in the cube's dialogue. Circo. Because little kids don't say circle, they say circle. Where am I going? Oh yeah, I'm going to... I got a Q-tip now. So we have a very light item-based adventure gaming. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. There's so many in this game. It's so advanced. Door is locked, but it's one of those weird inside locks. It can be unlocked with your store brand cotton swab. Unlock the door. You push the swab into the little unlocky thing. It unlocks, but you bent your swab. Nobody wants a bent swab, so you destroy it immediately. So the main thing is that it does not reevaluate the door until we get back into it. So I think what I should do then is... let's go to that door. There we go. Okay. So we need some sort of signal for the door here. Do interactables have any, like, interesting signals that I can use? They do. They have do. So how do we do? Let's say do stuff. Game, do, stuff, unlock. And that way, we can go here, and we're going to do a... no, I know. We need to go here. Let's check area. Ah, we can actually connect this to our area 3D. We need area 3D. Door int 26. Check area. Okay. So now it should do that. I should do state, no, game, remove stat, no, erase stat, m sun door. Oh wait, no, save load state. So that way that's still there. Save and exit. Now let's see, the signal's working, so this should make it so that it disregards, or no, so it actively checks for the door being unlocked once we've done that again. So that way we're standing here. Could unlock it. Oh right, I don't have I don't have the item anymore. Player, find item, item. Hang on. Didn't I have like a debug thing here of like load, find item from, okay. From Q tip, Q tip. Q tip, okay. Door is unlocked. Can be unlocked with your store brand cotton swab. I will unlock it. Failed to execute game.doStuff. Oh, it's not game.doStuff, it's main speaker.doStuff. Oh, it did unlock. Oh, I see, but now, because of the way the doors work, the door is unlocked, but at what cost? The doors automatically open. Yeah, you can see there's a very narrow band where you can actually interact with the door again. How is that done? Where is that? In the door area. If not, should open. If interactable in door body collision layer, or equals this. If has node, if this is that. So this should always be true. Like, the door should have no issues here. And it's interesting that, like, the door does open. Or, like, the door is interactable. I'll just do a mask as well. Like, I don't get it. No, that didn't help. Small door body. So this, show debug, box dot property, self. Try that. Okay. So why is so it has 1 and 4. Now it has 4 and 8. So it should still be interactable, but it's not. For some unknown reason, it's not. I don't get it. I'll accept it for the time being. It's kind of jank. What I should really do is disable the interactable element. Which I guess I can do by just having this here as an extended script from this. I'll ignore that for now. So the last bit that we need here is taking a photo of his room to get him to go down and take the photo. So yeah, I think what it'll be is you show it to both of them, and then he's like, oh my god, how could you do this to me? And then this kid's like, dude, your name is Wolf Sniper on Xbox Live. I knew you drew the sign for the gas station, I just didn't think you liked it. And then he's like, well, no, I do like it, it's just I didn't want people to know. And then there will be a satisfying character arc for both of them, and they will be happy. And then we show him the photo, and he's like, great, alright, let's go. Back to normal. And then you get a new activity, which is eating all of the hot dogs from the gas station, and Kitty will be happy too. But okay, let's take a photo for posterity's sake. It's okay, I see the vision. I'll probably finish it later today. But for now, I want to get out of here, because that noise is very annoying. I'll go to, like, the library or something. So, manager, or getting into Mir's room. Okie dokie. Wonderful stuff. I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Probably even same game, dare I say. Alright, take care.